Hi everybody, welcome to Dandelion Cottage and Paper Crafting Thursday. I'm Leslie Watkins. I hope everybody's well today. Today is August, in the middle of August sometime, and I'm getting ready for my September pop-up shop. And in that pop-up shop, and this is a live pop-up shop in town where I live, I'm going to be featuring watercolor classes, and I'm going to be doing some Christmas paper crafting classes. And there are some very nice products that are available right now that I'm going to be featuring in my paper crafting classes, where we will make Christmas cards, gift boxes, bags and tags, and all the things that you might want to have on hand for your guests come Christmas time. And what I want to point out is that it's not too soon to start getting ready, because in September you'll have a chance to figure out how many cards you need for your Christmas card list. You'll be able to think about some of the people that you'd like to have gift card holders, gift boxes, um, and you're going to want to have some bags and tags and things like that for guests who you aren't expecting. And if you wait until after October, you're going to be running into Thanksgiving, and then of course December, where nobody has any time for anything. So really September and October are the best times to get ready. So I'm going to be creating a series of Christmas projects that I think you're going to love. We're going to be making them live in the pop-up shop, but I also will be producing some PDFs so that people who are not able to come to my live classes, my friends from across the country and even around the world, will be able to access the digital files and be able to participate in some of the fun that we're going to be having. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be a mingle, jingle, Zoom to get everybody together and share what we've made. So stay tuned for that. In order to find out more about all of these things, please be sure to subscribe to Notes from Dandelion Cottage, because that's where I'm going to be announcing all of the things that I have coming up, and that's where you will find all the links to be able to get in early to make sure that you don't miss anything. So with that, I'm going to show you some of the products that I'll be using, and hopefully interest you in thinking about getting ready for Christmas a little bit earlier this year, so that you're not so pressured, and it's a lot more fun, and maybe it's something that you want to do with friends. So let me show you what we have. I'm going to start with the paper. So this paper is called Season of Green and Gold, and it also coordinates with the Golden Greenery stamp set and dies. And what I really like about this is that it has all this wonderful foliage. And if you've been following me for a little while, you know that I love plants and foliage and designing with all these 3D die cuts and so forth. So I'm very excited about this. So let's take a quick look at the dies, because the dies not only coordinate with the stamps, but they also coordinate with the paper. So here we go. So as you can see, we've got these standalone dies with, it looks like eucalyptus, some mistletoe, and some fir tree branches. And then here we've got the dies that correspond to these bells, and also the framelits that will cut out these various stamped images, and it looks like we've got some round berries there as well. So that's what the dies look like. Of course, you would need to have a die cutting machine, and that might be something that you'd like to get for Christmas, either for yourself or put it on your wish list for somebody, hopefully, to get that for you. And I will be listing all of the products that I'm showing today in the description below. So if you missed anything, don't worry about it. You'll be able to just click on a link. It will take you right to the list. So this is Specialty Designer Series paper, Season of Green and Gold. They're 12 by 12. They're called Specialty because they have some gold foil to them. Now, I love adding shiny gold accents to my project, so this is right up my alley. In the pack, you get 2 each of 6 different designs. So the papers are 2-sided. This one has some polka dots on the opposite side, and it has this beautiful all-over pattern. The greens in here also, if you look on the label, you'll be able to see the name of the colors that the paper coordinates with. So it's garden green, mossy meadow, old olive, pecan pie, very vanilla, and gold. So I'm just going to go through these kind of quickly. This is the paper that let me show you. So if I grab this framelit, you can see that it will cut out the shape of this bough. This framelit will cut out the mistletoe, and this framelit will cut out these, I don't know if it's eucalyptus, but it looks like eucalyptus. So you can use these 3 framelits to cut out all of these shapes, and what makes that particularly nice is that because it is the specialty paper, it has this beautiful gold already done for you. You don't even have to do any heat embossing, so that's pretty exciting. Continuing on with, on the other side, we have some beautiful green background, which is very nice. So if you're designing, for instance, a gift box, you might want to use something like this for the interior or as a background for one of your Christmas cards. Here we've got these beautiful little diamond shapes, and I think you can see that gold pretty well, so that's kind of spectacular. That's beautiful. Oh, and look how I love this. So here's an all-over pattern featuring the foliage, and it looks like it's old olive and mossy meadow, so I love that. That's definitely going to be one of my favorites. And here is another piece of paper that coordinates with the dies, and this is kind of terrific because here you have these bell-shaped dies. Get that off the paper. And again, you're cutting out beautiful shiny gold foil bells, and they already have some detail on them as well, so that's wonderful. That's going to be a huge time saver and a big help. I'll be doing that for sure. On the back of this paper you have a Christmas plaid, and then finally we have this kind of spectacular paper, which is really so beautiful you'd want to use it just on its own. And this might be something that would be great for the back of a tag, for instance, or for a Christmas bag, something that you wanted to be really special. And it's got this really nice kind of distressed green background, which is also wonderful. So that is the paper. I think it's, oh, whoa, I'm wrong. There's one more. I missed one. Okay, we've got some Christmas stars here. So very pretty golden stars on the very vanilla background. And again, we have more of the green foliage on the opposite side. I love this paper. This paper is inspirational to me. I get so many ideas when I get a nice pack of paper like this. It really gets my creative juices flowing. So I'm excited to work with that. Now, there is also another pack of paper that coordinates with this set, and this is a vellum. This is called Graceful Greenery Vellum. It's a specialty paper. It says garden green, mossy meadow, old olive, pecan pie, and white. And what's interesting about this paper is that it is printed vellum. And so let me just grab a handful of paper here, if I can get it. And I'll hold it up to the light so hopefully you can see. You see how it's translucent? So that's going to be very pretty, and this would make a very nice layer on a card or anything really where you wanted to add a little extra special texture and transparency. These are wonderful things that you can do to add interest to your cards. So there's a whole mess of things that you can do. So for instance, one of the things that I love to do is to add gold stitching or bits of fabric or ribbon or string, that sort of thing. And then of course all the various embellishments that you can use, the dots and the gems and rhinestones, that sort of thing. But adding different textures of papers like vellum or tissue paper or cardstock or the designer series paper, all of those things make the cards and the projects, it could be a box, whatever, so much more interesting and so much more engaging with the person that you are presenting with the gift. And for us as creators, it just makes it so much more fun to work with. And so again, we have this wonderful die that will cut out these shapes. Also in here, we have this is going to be a little hard for you to see, but it's like a frosted paper. It's absolutely wonderful. It looks as though it were a window pane that had frost all over the outside. This is fantastic. If you want to create a window in a box or a card where you would have a tea light or something that you wanted to have flickering behind the paper, but you still want that cool kind of wintry effect, this is absolutely wonderful. I love this. That's going to be fun to use. So you've got two pieces of that. And then finally, again, you have the dies coordinating with the imagery on the paper. So mistletoe and the eucalyptus. Wonderful. Really, really special products to be to use for this Christmas's projects. I'm really excited about that. Now that's not all. We've got the papers, we've got the dies, we have the stamps, but there are also some other things. So I've got these wonderful gems, and I was so excited to see that they actually created these clusters of 3, because I'm always taking the individual dies and putting them together in little clusters of 3 when I'm doing my berry designs. And here is the berries already done for you in those clusters. And again, this is real red, and then we have the clear dots, which are great for the mistletoe and just, you know, any kind of decoration you may want to do. I've got this wonderful ribbon that has gold highlights on it, so I'll be looking forward to using that. And I also have a couple of other stamp sets, and this is called Greetings of the Season, and it has all of these wonderful Christmas, New Year, holidays, happy, merry. It has little messages that you can put on the inside of the card, like may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Of course, those could be on the outside of the card or inside. And then let's see what these dies look like. I don't have very long fingernails. Too much gardening and painting to have fancy fingernails. Alright, let's see what we've got. Labels, awesome labels. All different shapes and sizes. So these, what's nice about this set of labels is, first of all, they are, I should call them tags, because they have a hole included to be able to put some thread, for instance the linen thread, or maybe a gold or a silver thread for the holidays, but they're all different sizes, and so they're going to correspond to all these different shaped messages. So that's going to be wonderful to use with the projects. And then the last thing I want to show you is this one. It's called Sophisticated Sled, and it's very fun. And again, the reason in my mind that makes this such a fun set is the dies. And I'm going to show you why. Oh, I grabbed the wrong ones. Sorry. Well, I'll show you these since they popped out. These dies are called Spotlight on Nature, and they create these circles which have a very fancy edge. So if I take this one out, for instance, you can see that it has something that looks like little mistletoe berries and leaves. I mean, it may not have been designed that way, but it would certainly pick up on that motif. And the reason I have these dies in with these other Christmas things is because they're going to be spectacular for ornaments, for cutting out Christmas ornaments. So even if you wanted to do some hand-painted ornaments, something painted with ink or with watercolor, you could use these to cut them out and include them with your card as a standalone ornament or as a tag. So that's very fun. All right, hold on a second. Let me find the die set that goes to this. I have it right here. I hope I have it right here. I've got a big box of goodies here that I didn't want to drag out the whole box, but okay, it may be in the other box. So I'm going to have to show that to you when we get to it. But in the meantime, I do have one more thing that I want to share with you, and that is the gold mercury vellum. And this is another specialty vellum paper that's going to add lots of shine and lots of glimmer to the projects. And it looks like this. That's really beautiful. And then I don't know if you'll see a little bit, you can see my hand through the other side. So I have to go digging around to find the dies that go with this set, but I can tell you that they include the sled and the various pieces to the sled so that you can recreate a beautiful sled, and also the ice skates. So I will be featuring that very soon in a special Christmas card project that I think you're going to love. So thank you so much for visiting with me today and for taking a look at some of these wonderful products for projects that I hope that I've wet your whistle for. And make sure that you subscribe to Notes from Dandelion Cottage so that I can let you know about all of the exciting classes that I have coming up, and also how you can get the PDFs for the projects that I will be featuring in those classes. So stay well, stay happy, stay creative, and I will see you next time.